Okay, we're here at the start of Scarlet Enclave. Again, today we're playing with the guild Goonies. And this is like their main guild group. This is my Goonies character. I'm going to be playing Mutilate Rogue today. We got Dream Eater, Dagger of Veiled Shadows 3-piece set, 2 pieces of Death Dealer, helm, and boots. Then we've got 6 pieces of Bone Scythe armor. We've got the Gravedigger's Gloves of Obliteration, and we've got the Toxicologist on the shoulder. I'm running a Speedstone and a Venomous Totem. Would be a little better if I had like a different trinket, like a Slayer's Crest or something. We'll use Mark of the Champion for the first boss, but then this is no good for any of the other bosses in that slot, so we'll go back to the Speedstone. Toxin Injector over there, and we have standard Mutilate talents 30, 21. Right. And they're getting the raid together, so we have a little bit of time here, and what we're going to do is equip my Filcher's Cowl, and then equip my Boots of Displacement, and we're going to go stealth into the bell tower like we do at the start of all the Scarlet Enclave runs. Stealth into the bell tower, ring the bell, go into the cathedral, trigger the Balnazzar RP, and it'll wipe out all of the trash mobs. For the YouTube audience, you can skip ahead. All the boss attempts will be time-stamped. Anything like important happening will be time-stamped. So if you don't want to, watch the whole entire length of the raid, don't have to. Right, I'll like cut out the time between after I Balnazzar summon and then the raid actually starts, because like I said, they're still like getting things going. Right, let's sprint and Boots of Displacement. There's a couple enemies here that we have to make like tight passes next to in stealth. So it's a good place to use the Boots of Displacement and or a sprint. Up the bell tower. Actually, I can't remember. Do I have... I have non-improved exposed armor build right now. I'll have to talk to the other rogue and see if they're trying to do exposed armor or if I should. Now here, sometimes this guy aggroes when I click the bell, and sometimes he doesn't. We are safe this time. So the bell is clicked. Don't you guys want to clear ads for orbs? That's stupid. You don't want to take 30 people's time. 30 people times, 15, 20 minutes of trash clearing to get 5 or 6 orbs. This is not smart. That's what I would say. Alright, we're out of here. When you ring the bell tower, you actually got to get out of here quickly because these mobs will run into you and run right into the bell tower and can cause some problems with trying to stealth out safely. I think, your raid group has limited time, and, like, no one's showing up and wiping to Scarlet Enclave for hours on end so they can get, like, a chance at a Righteous Orb. Like, people can run Strat Live for that. They want to get the loot off of the bosses, so I think you want to spend as much time working on the bosses as you can. This is a fresh Scarlet Enclave? Yes, absolutely. Fresh Scarlet Enclave. We're going to try to be bringing 30 people, I believe they said. And it's supposed to start in about 15 minutes. I think this scene looks so cool, where you come in here and there's this, like, shadowy form of Balnazzar. He pops out, he goes this way. Captain Carnwield is like the only mob in the entire instance that can be distracted. All these dudes are just immune to distract. Alright, there's Balnazzar, and he's blasting everyone. And everyone is now blasted. Except for Captain Manadar, who's probably down there somewhere, or maybe he's over there somewhere. He patrols a little bit. It doesn't kill Captain Manadar, and it doesn't kill Bro, what? Why did it not kill this Praetorian? That's weird. I don't think I've seen that happen before. It didn't kill that mob or Manadar? Well, I mean, I know it doesn't kill Manadar, but there's just like one random mob alive. Praetorians stay up sometimes. Okay, well, we'll be sure to let the raid leader know there's a little bit more trash alive than we expected. Right, from here on out, we'll just cut the YouTube video. The YouTube video will jump ahead to pulling Balnazzar. All right, we're going. It's Balnazzar time. We've selected our soft reserves. We went for belt, boot, and glove tokens. We're 1 out of 3 on each of those different tokens.
4, 3.
So that's like decent odds. Gonna save my Blade Flurry here until one of the ads spawn, and then try to use my Blade Flurry to damage the ad. There it is. No, it's getting pulled away. No, 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 I wanted to cleave it. Never mind, we're not cleaving anything. Sprinting to keep up with him to get damage on this phase. There we go. So I lipped, and I also ran away. If you run away, you should be able to save yourself from getting mind controlled. Also, if you lip, you can save yourself from getting mind controlled. 2 different ways. I dropped the poison stacks on the boss. I'm gonna be trying to poison knife the boss during this air phase to keep occult poison up there for the casters. Just makes it so I have to keep switching back to the boss. I can lose all the stacks if I forget. Go. Interrupt that. Poison knife you. He's landing. Okay, good. Save this Blade Flurry till there's a mob on top of the boss. Like now. Never mind, they're getting pulled away. Can't cleave them. Just tunneling the boss. Looks like we're gonna do fine though. I think we pretty much got it under control. Boss is down. Nice. Okay. Okay, good. I think this is the first raid I've done that one-shot this boss. So we're moving on, making progress. Love that. $31 people? I'd hope so. Yeah, 50% more people than Blizzard says this raid is intended for. Let's see, Blackout is on Mutilate also. Ported into the prison. Let's see, where's my gloves? I'm freeing the gnome. I've got the lockpicking skill gloves. So you need these guys, dark leather gloves and maxed out lockpicking to be able to do this. And once you free him, it gives you access to the treasure chest on the ship. All right, consecrated. Let's see, Scarlet chest piece, plate, gloves of departed soul, cloth, consecrated waist guard, paladin, shaman, druid, and consecrated bindings, rogue, priest, warlock. So that's a token for us, but we didn't end up with that as one of our soft reserve picks, so we don't get to roll on it.
Well met.
There we go. Quest completed. Oh, I have Questy enabled right now. Hang on. Disable that add-on. Don't need it up right now. Did the, like, auto-accept, auto-complete of that quest. There we go. Right, we just want to go back to Speedstone now and Gravedigger's Gloves of Obliteration as soon as we're out of combat. What's the lore of this raid? I usually skip past all the lore sections in this game, but I have a vague understanding of it. Is, you know, the Argent Dawn and the player and Scarlet Crusade worked together to vanquish Kel'Thuzad and Naxxramas. But, I don't know, then some people in the Scarlet Crusade went crazy, or, you know, stopped controlling their crazy. Maybe they were crazy all along to begin with. And now both the Argent Dawn and the player hate the Scarlet Crusade, so the Argent Dawn and the players are teaming up to take down the Scarlet Crusade. Something like that. All right. So the way the Beatrix mechanic works is you get 2 mobs that are empowered. The empowered mobs, sorry, the 2 out of the 6 mini bosses are empowered, and those ones you have to kill, and it doesn't matter what order you kill them. The order you kill the non-empowered mobs is important. You want to kill the 2 non-empowered mobs that you do not want to fight first, and then the 2 non-empowered mobs that you do want to fight third and fourth. And the order in which you kill the empowered ones in that whole sequence doesn't matter. Alright, we no longer need Poison Knife. I'm gonna see if I can remember to switch back to Shadow Step here soon. Shadow Step can give me a lot of extra uptime on this trash, like I was slow to approach this pack. Shadow Step would have helped, and Shadow Step's gonna be big on some of the other bosses too. There we go. So the empowered ones should be the same as our Wednesday raid. I want to say it was Arcanist Hilda and Shield Warden Stein for empowered. We just killed the Cardinal Stilts, which means we won't fight against Cardinal Stilts. Okay, this should be Shield Warden Stein somewhere in here. There we go. Okay. When you pull the mini bosses, you just focus DPS the mini bosses, because when the mini boss dies or runs away, it despawns a lot of the trash. So it's way more efficient to just zerg down the mini boss. Okay, we aggroed those guys. Fresh Crimson Tempest up on everything. Blade Flurry up. Should have done Blade Flurry much earlier, but oh well. Didn't remember it until now. Evasion up. Come over here, DPS these guys. What's over there? They have a bunch of mobs over there? Just one, two. Alright. Platinum WoW made a lore video on this raid. Blizzard put it on their main channel. I don't know about that. I probably didn't watch it. Or I watched it and I forgot about it. Alright, so Shield Warden Stein, one of the 2 empowered bosses. We killed that. Cardinal was not empowered. So we're going up this way. We're going to thread the needle between these 2 trash packs. Hopefully avoid both of them if everyone's on point here. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. It's coming. Oh, he gonna die. Skill issue, clearly. This is Arcanist Tilda. We're routing this area, like, more efficiently than we did the first couple weeks to really try to minimize the amount of trash we clear. Now that people have a bit of a better idea of what's going on. Damn. Whirlwind. Alright, Hilda is taken out. Shit. Wait, there's more. So they're going to try to mount up and they're going to go behind the keep and circle around to Cannon Master Lind, who is the second non-empowered boss that they want to kill. Because I think the logic, or at least the logic from where I see it, is Hilda, the mage, is empowered, so we have to deal with the mage mechanic. And dealing with the mage mechanic and the Cannon Master mechanic is really bad, because sometimes you get cannon fire in the center of the battle area, which is the same area you have to stack to absorb the fireball effect from the mage boss. So it can be a really bad overlap of 2 different abilities that basically just wipes the raid. So you want to avoid that combination. Either of those guys individually isn't that big of a deal, but together is can be a lethal combo if you get them overlapping. Limiting the overlap was part of a blue post? I don't know. Honestly, this raid has been nerfed and changed so many times, it's even difficult for me, someone whose literal job it is to keep up with it and play this game. It's difficult for me to keep up with what the hell is going on, what has been nerfed, what has just been speculated that it's nerfed, what's confirmed nerfed, which nerfs are live, which nerfs are pending. Yeah. Alright, Fratly time. They're saying ignore trash, kill boss. Waiting for it to actually get on a tank before I start blasting it. Whirlwind, it's getting dragged out of the whirlwind, that's good. Boom, they're gone. We're on these guys. Now we go back to the Bowmaster, and then it'll be boss time. Oh gosh, there's even more of them. No, the other one's whirlwinding now. Okay. Any decent gear or recipes that drop from the trash? The most valuable trash drop I've seen is Righteous Orb. I think you can get the same patterns that you get in the out-of-raid New Avalon area off of trash drops here. But then I'm pretty sure the shoulder, head, and chest recipes only come from the bosses, I think. Which are the, like, raid-exclusive recipes. So, I don't think there's a lot of incentive that I'm aware of to clear a lot of trash in here. Too slow on that, damn. Greater Holy Protection Potion. I believe that only comes from the Alchemists, and the Alchemists are few and far between. Waiting. We go over here. We're just trying to not get owned by these whirlwinds. They just keep doing it. Oh my god. Alright. Pretty good. Let's flip the music. Elder Scrolls, pretty chill. But let's go. I love the Undertale track I've got. Let's go. The stat-wise, you're saying, Compton, the tier isn't that much better? I don't know if it's better, you know, how much better it is stat-wise, but the bonus, the two-piece bonus at the very least, is massive. Let's see. Belay. Shadow Step. Yeah, that all looks good. I like this. I like this. Save cooldowns for when the boss comes out. Blast the boss. Have a good time. Alright, so we're on Belt, Glove, and Sandal. Belt drops from this boss. If it drops, we're 1 out of 3 rolls on it. I think I did pretty alright on the first boss. I was happy with my performance. We did a backstab raid last time on Wednesday, and I was a bit unhappy with how backstab performed. I think backstab gets the biggest benefit from getting the 2-piece bonus. You know, all the builds benefit from the 2-piece bonus, but backstab sees the biggest increase in damage from the 2-piece bonus. So I think on my backstab, the rogue I played as backstab this week already did it on Wednesday. I'm gonna run him Saber Slash next week and then maybe flip back to backstab if I get 2-piece bonus. Jerome, it's Beatrix time? Yeah, but we got 31 people and we one-shot Balnazzar. So, you know, I'm feeling good about Beatrix here. Haven't done Lillian Voss yet. What makes the fight so good for rogues? All of Lillian's damage is AoE damage, and rogues can run a 2-piece bonus that gives them a 10-second cooldown ability that gives them a 6-second buff to reduce AoE damage taken by 50%. So rogues can massively reduce the amount of damage they take from Ignite and Lillian's other abilities. They just have more uptime? I mean, they absorb and require less healing, basically. And the boss just kills people when... So, the boss has an ability where the boss gains increased attack speed for every 10% of player health that is missing in the raid. So if the raid is 100% health on every single player, the boss gets no additional attack speed. But for every 10% health across the entire raid that's off from maximum, I mean, like, one player being at 50% will give the boss 5 stacks of increased attack speed, because it's 50% health missing on that one player is what I mean. Maybe I didn't explain that very clearly. So when the raid takes damage, it jacks up the boss's attack speed severely, and then it just kills tanks. So if you have really any method to reduce your damage taken, like frozen runes and greater fire protection potions and stuff like that, are really important to, you know, prevent the boss from gaining attack speed stacks and killing the tanks. I believe it's 5% attack speed per stack of buff, and it's 1 stack of buff for 10% health missing on any individual player. So two players that are each at 50% health means the boss has 10 stacks, because that's a total of 100% health missing. Waiting for the armor stacks to get to full. There we go. Now we'll do cooldowns. I gotta focus up on this boss. No more armor debuff on boss. Shit. One of the rogues was doing exposed armor earlier. There, exposed armor's back. Nice. It wasn't me. I was doing exposed armor last raid, so I'm not doing it this raid. Good. Let's see a belt. Want to see a belt here. Please, belt, and please, I need to roll high on the belt, too. Maybe 2 belt? We could do 2 belt. What if we did 2 belt drops for Beatrix? What if it was just double belt, and I had an even better chance of seeing the loot I wanted, or getting the loot I wanted, I mean. What do we got? Waist guard. 0 belt drops. Unlucky. Unlucky. Alright, the full loot that dropped was Runed Lightforge Blade, High Wizard Wrap, Helm of Red Crusade, Waist Guard ×2. That's everything. 0 loot, gang. Don't worry, we have 2 more to go. I think we did pretty good on that boss too, damage-wise. Mutilate is feeling pretty good so far. Helm looks awesome. Let me see. Helm of the Red Crew. Oh. Oh yeah, that does look pretty cool. Big McDonald's energy. Dude, a bunch of the gear in this raid has big McDonald's energy. The red and yellow theme. We're also... Are we on Circlet? I can't remember if we were on Circlet. I think it was Glove and Sandal, so nothing off of Solistrasza. We could get the dagger from Solistrasza as a upgrade. Alright, so I learned this in my last Goonies raid. This is the first time I've seen this. You can actually enter the Solistrasza area by jumping over the wall right there. And I guess it kind of avoids some of the trash, I guess. Skull target. There we go. Seemed pretty clean. All right. Right here is the, like, right behind this tree. You can jump over there.
Surely
I don't know.
This is the run ball per copium.
I don't know if it's, like, really that much faster than doing a different route, but whatever. Danish Lurker, thank you very much for the tier 1, 33 long months of support. Hope you've been enjoying the stream, Danish Lurker. Thank you for being a supporter. I appreciate that. The people in my raid cannot do jump things. That's unfortunate. I'm sad. I'm sorry to hear that. All right, re-up my weapon thing. I have 6 minutes on food buff. I can put Frozen Rune there and fire protection here. Yo, dude, this guy's up in the... Alright, is there anything I'm missing here? We don't need Demon Slayers anymore. We got agility, health, strength, attack power. We got our stamina flask. This is what I recommend basically everyone runs these days. Alright, so I believe the plan is going to be kill one whelp. Oh, here's what we can do. We can do Greater Mark of the Dawn, and we can do Elixir of Coalesced Regret. This item, everyone always asks about this item. What is this? Why are you drinking this? It gives +1 to all stats. And it persists through death, and it lasts 2 hours. So while it's not really that significant, it's pretty easy to just pop 1 or 2 per raid, and boom, +1 all stats. Which group/guild is the run today? Can't really spot it below the names. It's called Goonies. This is our 3rd group with them. They're pretty fun, cool folks. The first time we went with them. So we're actually a guild member of Goonies now. Okay, we're an official Goonie. I'm not sure if it's offensive to the Goonies members to call them Gooners. So I've been specifically avoiding that, even though it sounds very similar and feels like it would fit. All right, here we go. Pull timer, 15 seconds. Let's go. Cooldowns are up, or armor debuffs are up, I mean. Cremation coming out. Need energy. Air phase, okay. Backing it up. We're on the whelps. Someone's gonna get targeted. It's the tank. Is this doable? Yeah, okay, I think I'm taking a normal amount of damage. This raid's feeling good with 30 people. Feeling way better with 30 compared to the like 25 groups I've done before. I don't know if it may also be like higher player quality in this raid. I don't know. But so far this raid's feeling good today. Oh shit. We all got breathed. Oh shit. Okay, we're dead. Tried to fire protection potion right at the end there. Right as I was saying how good this raid is feeling. Didn't jinx it at all, man. Nope, not at all. Man, yesterday I did the exact same thing. I was on Kel'Thuzad and I was like, dang, it's nice how we didn't get any Shadow Fishers yet on our location. And like 2 seconds after that, Shadow Fisher on my location. Should not have said that. Yeah, Oops. My bad. I'll take the blame for that one. Right before the whole raid got breathed, I was saying how good this raid's going and how everything's feeling fine today, so I definitely jinxed it. That's my bad. I've now lost a lot of DKP. I got a -10 DKP for summoning Balnazzar, but it didn't kill all the trash. Like, it left that Praetorian alive. And now I jinxed the Solistrasza kill. That's another -20 DKP. I'm now at a -30. I mean, it's we're having issues here today. Yeah, it can be hard to position the boss after the like drop from the air phase. So like it'll go into the air and then it'll drop down at apparently like just a random spot or maybe on top of a player location. I'm not exactly sure. But then immediately after that, it can do the like targeted circle thing where it's immobile for a long time. It's not the easiest boss to position. I was main tanking it a couple of times in other raids. Yeah, having it in the correct position is not like a super obvious or easy thing. You gotta be a little practiced with it to get it right. What are your SRs? I went for... This is not actually a DKP raid. That was a joke from before. We went for Belt from Beatrix. Didn't drop. Unlucky. And then we're going for Glove, which is from Mason the Echo. Didn't get to him yet. And we're going for Boot from Alexei the Beast Lord. Didn't get to him yet either. We went triple tier token because I'm really hoping to get just a single tier token out of this raid. So that then next week I can turn in my 3 chalice fragments for a second piece and activate the 2-set bonus. Ready? Ready. All right, let's do this. This. Fortitude. Honey Badger. Delay. Any of your tunes have 2-piece yet? Nope. One character has Tier Helmet. Another character has Covenant of the Cowl, which Cowl of the Covenant, which is like a helmet, but it's not a tier piece. And then this character has nothing from the raid so far. So this is my 5th entry into the raid. So far, a total of 2 pieces of loot across 5 entries into the raid. But never fear. Okay, listen to this. We're gonna be main tanking the run on Monday, and and we're gonna be loot funneled the tier pieces so they can gear up their main tank quickly, which is me. Okay? You guys are sad because you're watching the stream and I'm not getting funneled loot like all the other streamers. Don't worry, we have our funnel raid on Monday. I got 2 Zul'Gurub tanking enchants prepared to slap them onto whatever gear I get right away. I've got a Naxxramas tanking shoulder enchant prepared. I'll have bracer, boot, glove, and chest armor enchants ready to go. I'll have 2 weapon enchants ready to go. We're gonna hopefully get gear, equip it, and blast. In order to get this funnel treatment, we had to lock in the tanking role in that raid and promise to be there multiple weeks in a row. The exact number is not, I'm choosing not to disclose it, but I mean, I think it'll be fun. Had you sign a contract signed in blood? We'll see. I'm considering with that tank character, just like reserving Queensfall anyways as like one of my regular ass soft reserves. So once I'm out of my like tanking duties, I might have a Queensfall. We'll see.
5,
I have to decide on that.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Uh-oh, someone's dead already? They called him a premature attackulator. The damage dealer that just like insta-attacked the boss and died. Where's the killing this one, I guess? I was expecting a skull mark. There's a skull mark. Whoa, fuck. That was not something I should have shadow stepped. Oh, we're in a Hydraxian. This blue thing is the Hydraxian Waterlord's trinket. Extra fire resistance. Good to stand in that. Back on boss. So you can dodge that cremation ability. You used to be able to kick that ability, but then they like nerfed that. You can't kick it anymore. Now it's just like the balls come out and you have to dodge them, just like in life. It's not on me. Yeah, okay, it's fucked. It's fucked. I don't think I can shadow step into that. Last time I shadow stepped into that, it was a big mistake. I'm losing uptime here, but I don't want to die. Okay, well, now we're here. Fire protection potion, I mean. Oh, no, I pressed the wrong keybind. I meant to press the... No, I meant to press the frozen rune, but I accidentally hit the Thistle Tea, which shares a cooldown with it. Dang it. Alright. Jerome says my biggest weakness is my inability to dodge balls. Yeah, well, you know, like that one guy said, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. So you can practice with dodging wrenches first, and once you get good at that, then you can dodge balls. You're quoting Dodgeball, officially the best streamer in WoW. I'm glad you appreciate that, Mike Lowry. Nomergon warm up before the boss then? Bro, we gotta do more Nomer runs. I think I'm pretty excited to actually do mount runs on my character that doesn't have any cool mounts. Like, we gotta keep doing Tiger and Raptor and Nomergon are all the mount runs that I can solo. Also, I think I killed my Filled Festive mug on one of my characters. Accidentally. So the mug emptied. This is like a bugged item. It behaves really weirdly, and I'm not totally sure how it fully works. And I think I killed it on one of my characters. It's supposed to have unlimited duration when you successfully bug it out. But what sometimes happens is you drink it, and it empties. And then what you're supposed to do is log out and log back in. And then it just fills your entire inventory with Filled Festive mugs. Then you log out again and log back in, and then they all compile into one piece again. It's very, very bugged and weird behavior. But what I did is I drank it, it emptied, and then I filled my entire inventory with other items. So then when I logged back in, it couldn't spawn any Filled Festive mugs in my inventory. And I think it's dead and gone now. I think. I'm not sure. Why would you do that? Because I had too many pieces of loot from Nomergon that I soloed. Okay. Is there a cauldron anywhere? No, that's okay. Let's see. Giants. This thing and this thing. What do the mugs do? They just give you slow fall. It was pretty convenient to have, but it's not like super OP unless you're grinding Arathi Basin. It's super OP to have like easy access to slow fall on all classes in Arathi Basin. Otherwise, it's just kind of like convenient and nice. I want to see what Blackout's doing, what kind of gear he's got, because he's kind of owning. He's doing very good on a lot of these bosses. Let's peep his gear. Venomous Totem, Speedstone, Death Dealer, Boot, Helm. Is his gear literally identical to mine? No, he's got Bone Scythe, Gauntlet instead of Grave Diggies. Okay, so what that means is he's just outplaying me. And is very good. His gear is, like, very nearly identical to mine. I mean, I know he was uptime on the boss. There was the one time when the boss was doing the, like, breath attack, and I thought it was positioned poorly, but there were some melee in range, and I was just sitting out of range. I'm pretty sure he was in range there. Odds Reborn Trinket better than Speedstone? We looked at it earlier before the raid started, and not for this build, no. Speedstone's the better pick. I'm sure the new Hodge is better for some builds. There's a cauldron. Bro, can I click the cauldron? There we go. Chalice drop only from last boss? I've seen Chalice drop from last boss and from Council, which is boss number 6. So I'm saving my protection things, the rune and the fire protection potion, for like during the blistering vents, because I feel like they'll be kind of wasted
5,
beforehand.
3,
Like
2,
they'll just have like
1.
random ass damage that's getting absorbed that isn't too important. Nation. Bro, there's an ant on my desk. What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here, stupid ant. Oh, shit. What? He's air phased during that? What? What is that? It just canceled the circle breath ability. That's weird. What the? Okay, where's he going now? What's going on? Oh, there's whelps I'm supposed to be killing. Oops. Did not see that. Fire protection potion. Do I need the rune? I don't think I need the rune. I'm okay. We got through the vent. Air. Okay. Where's he gonna be? We're on whelps. There's the skull. Frozen rune activated. 3 people dead. Nope. Bitch. Whelps up. Not get those. Okay, now we can get them. Breath. No! Whole raid got breathed again. Damn. That's fucking annoying. I might be dead. Yep, I'm dead. I had no more protections up. Frozen Rune and Fire Protection were on cooldown. Did my best placing that one all the way over there. Yeah, I mean, I think it was like both. Like every time we manage to like do the boss and then we get a breath on the raid and then like a bunch of people die. You're on the home page? What do you mean the home page? I'm confused. Homepage of Twitch? Yo, that's big. Okay. Let's go. Welcome. Front page of Twitch. Cool. I don't know if I've ever been on the front page of Twitch before. Zug Zug, Hug Hug, redeemed change hat. Alright. New hat. This is a fire boss, so we should get the fire protection hat. There we go. I don't know if we have enough juice left to finish this, because we have a lot of dead players. Less damage to heal, but we have way less. Ooh, we just lost that guy too. Boss at about 50%. This is like, this boss heals to full 3 times. And this is like the final health bar. So like, if we get it down here, it's over. But half the raid is dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of 31 are dead. Not quite half the raid. Cremation incoming. So on the later phases, the cremation ability launches more balls. At the start, it only launches 1 ball at a time. They're running out of space. Look at, most of the battle area is covered in fire. That's how this fight progresses. It's like you eventually just don't have any space left to fight the boss in. They're holding it together. Like, considering how many people are dead and how long they've been that dead, I'm impressed that they aren't all dead already. Isn't this mechanic from a boss in the original Karazhan? What, like the fire on the ground thing? I don't know. I mean, fire on the ground seems like a really generic mechanic that like fills up the area. I don't know what boss first did that. Twizzle with a change hat request also. Okay, no more fireman's helmet. We'll go top hat. 8-inch stovepipe. Trust me, it's 8 inches. You can't see the top of it, but just trust me. I mean, this is like massively impressive. They aren't dead yet. I think if they don't get it here, I think they got it for sure next try. But we got Berserk happening in just 30 seconds. I don't know if there's enough damage left in the raid to kill it in 30 seconds. Like, it's a sliver of health, but like there's not a lot of people alive either. That ain't 8 inches, Simon. Okay, hang on. Got a tape measure here somewhere. Here it is. Wait, they actually got the... I was not paying attention, but they did actually get the boss. Look at that. All right, it's dead. All right, hold on 1 second. Eight inches. See? Consecrated Circlet. We did not pick that one as one of our soft reserves. Viscera, the Gut Render, Light Scale Leggings. Alright, they're doing run back. Mm-hmm. Alright, that was pretty good. We killed the boss somehow.
Hello. Safety.
To the central tower. And then we proceed to Alexei the Beast Lord. Alexei drops boots, I believe, and I believe boots are one of the items we picked. Whoopsies, that's not what I meant to click. Yeah, consecrated sandals are what we're hoping to see drop from Alexei. If we get one tier token in this raid, then next week we can do our weekly quest to get a third tarnished chalice fragment, combine all three of them into a chalice, and get a second piece of tier, activate the super powerful 2-piece bonus. So that's what we're really hoping to see out of this raid, is at least a 1 tier piece, so we can have 2-piece next week. I mean, didgeridoo SR? Yeah, a couple other people in the raid did. And I just said, like, okay, screw this. Like, I would rather, like, have better odds at getting a tier piece. Because the 2-piece bonus is so huge for a rogue. Simon, when are you going to full clear with a 20-man? Probably never. Alright, they're not going bear boss, they're going pirate boss. We also have a reserve off of this guy, the glove token that he drops. Alright, let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. Bro, I didn't even see he was dead. I just saw I didn't have world buffs, so I put my world buffs on. Apparently this guy was dead when I hit those. Oops. Dude, they made the world buffs super duper cheap now. So they're kind of whatever to pop them. And it's just like, this trash has so much health. It's just obnoxious to not be world buffed for the trash vanishing. Full threat on that one. Don't want that. Too much threat. Let's just change target. Also, he's whirlwinding. Alright, we can elemental sharpening stone over here. Oh, they put a repair bot down. Okay, we need that. We'll do that. There we go. Alright, what's happening with this music? Skip. Pokemon red and blue music? Oh, that's my jam. Ooh, a cauldron over there. Alright, clearing up all the pirates. The shadow step. What? It's under the pier. Where's this mob going? Alright, goodbye. I'm not chasing that mob anymore. Chuck Dynamite says, my guild rated every week phase 7 Nax, not one Kingsfall dropped, and we are 3 rogues. I'm cooked. Oh no. That is not a good place to be. I'm sorry to hear that, Chuck. So I'm gonna ask them if they want me to go like tank spec and solo one of the cannonballs on the boats. But we'll see who they're assigning where. Here they're trying to drag it away from the pier because as soon as that guy dies, the boss is gonna spawn and gonna run up and down the pier, and we don't want to aggro him early. All right, they're explaining. Yeah, they're asking me to go tank mode. Let's see. Backlore ring. Right. Okay. I think that's the best we can do. They're still explaining some other stuff. I'll just verify. So we want this on the action bar, and we want lips on the action bar. I wish I brought a shoulder enchant phantom to make myself have a 1-minute cooldown. I think that would have been better. Let's see. Knife Juggler. This doesn't help me. We can go Bone Scythe up there. And then we can go... This one can be this, so we keep that 4-piece bonus. Having a little bit of Blood Shield. Not a bad thing. Go Flesh Wound. Risk Druid asked me to go tank, so I went tank. I should be able to solo one of the cannons. Yeah, I'm bringing myself purification potions this time to hopefully help that. I think the regular tanks should stay tank, because, like, I'm not going to be on the boss all the time, because I'm going to be leaving early to go to the ship. Alright. This and this. So we've done this in pretty much every other raid I've been to also, where where we just go tank build. Either one, I don't care. All right, what was that? Roger that. All right, we're on this boat. This is our boat. Okay. So we have a lot of tools as a rogue to just run in here, do the cannon, and run out. Sprint helps us, evasion helps us, vanish helps us, limited invulnerability potion helps us. If I had a Fetish of the Sand Reaver trinket, I would love that. That would also be really good here. But generally I'm just going in with a big damage shield, soaking damage, and then like the mobs just can't kill me before I launch the cannon. Nitro boost? Yeah, if I had nitro boost, that would be good too, but I don't on this character. This character is not engineering. Trying to think if there's any other little tricks. The only other trick I could bring on this character is putting the Phantom enchant on my shoulder for 1 minute cooldown vanish. That would be good, but I didn't prepare that ahead of time. I forgot to do that. Oh, I could Boots of Displacement? It would break one of my SEP bonuses. No, that's a good combo when you have Phantom also. So if you have Phantom and you can vanish for every boat, then you like pre-vanish and pre-position down there, and then having the additional stealth level is pretty nice.
5.
All right.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, here we go. Mason the Echo. So I want to build up my Blood Shield, and I want my Blade Dance active. I want as much, like, defensive benefit as I can possibly have before it's time for me to get into the cannon. Oh, shit. Sprint. I burned a sprint running out of that. That's maybe not the greatest thing to have done. It was kind of like a panic reaction of being out of position. Would much rather have that sprint available for boat usage. Okay. Launching. Call out the health as he gets low, please. Where is it? Can spawn in random places, so you have to look around for it. There we go. Ads coming from South Ship with Simon. What do we get? Only... how many stacks did we get? Not seeing the stack debuff. Probably be doing something else a little bit more useful in between. We actually used 0 cooldowns. That's kind of impressive. What's he at right now? 54. Time for cannons. Cannons, cannons. Where is it? There it is. Loot it. They just don't hurt me. I bet a bunch of other classes could do this. Kind of fumbled clicking that for a little bit. Like, I didn't even need any of my cooldowns for 2 times in a row. And we did it, I would say, pretty well, pretty quickly. Thought I could get between those. That was wrong. Alright, we're back to the boss now, and it's almost time to leave the boss again. But, I mean, it's going well. Going much better than it did yesterday. We're hoping to see our glove token drop here. Or even better, multiple of our glove token, so we have better odds. Almost time for cannons. Gonna pre-vanish. Waiting. And it's just sitting in this vanish here. Where is he? Where is the cannonballs? Oh, they saw me. There, we lip, we run out. South ship has been shot. Do I need to go into north? It looks like the person that went into north ship they're saying is dead. They got it. They got it. Okay, it's launched. Okay. That was a very long shield thing. So he may have too many stacks. 26 stacks and a lot of adds up. Alright, we're gonna prepare for the tank to die. Simon's about to taunt when it comes back. It's on Simon, evasion up. Rip. Ripperoni. And we're dead. Okay, okay, good try. Alright, we doing a release and run back? Yeah. I'm a cannon master. I'm special. I can talk. They're saying that the comms are way too cluttered and, you know, shut the fuck up. I had to clarify that I, in fact, am special and am allowed to talk since I'm a cannon master. Just, you know. Okay, so the one thing we did not nice that time was I burned a sprint trying to avoid some of the cannon fire from the boss, which I shouldn't have done. I should have saved that sprint cooldown to be during the boat. I mean, it's full tank gear, yeah. They hit me, but they don't hurt very much. I can't get like 100% avoidance in this raid because of this minus 25% debuff. But just like the beefiness of the tank build means like the mobs can hit me 4 or 5 times before they kill me, which makes it pretty easy when I combine with other rogue cooldowns. I've got lips. Like you loot the cannonball, then you lip. I learned you cannot loot the cannonball while you have lip active. So you have to like run in, get the cannonball, then lip, and it can protect you at least on your way out. But then it's just like sprint, evasion, and vanish all help me quite a lot. If you have Fetish of the Sand Reaver trinket, that would be very good here also. Yeah, Burrowers would be another defensive. You just want something to help you there. Burrowers would be good too. It's like a temporary aggro drop. After the lip is gone, they'll attack you again. Alright, I'm trying to talk to the other boat people. They were having some trouble. I feel like we need to make like a mini guide on how to solo the cannons as a rogue. Because like it just seems like if the rogues in a raid know how to do this, it makes this boss very easy. Like every other like every raid I've been in that has to send like a tank and a healer and another guy into a boat, it just always has some fucking problems. Can a rep paladin solo it? I don't know. I'd imagine a paladin of any type could go in their bubble and basically get the job done. Feast in front of you. Yeah, but the feast is not as good. The buffs that the lobster feast gives is not as good as the buff from my Phileo flank with 25 agility. Vanish after launching the cannonball. Will the mobs go to the raid or back to the ship? I'm not sure exactly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, did I... Is that a threat issue? It's a hunter pulling threat, I think. I think they didn't have alpha on someone, they said. One of the tanks. Trying to avoid the tar so that the cannons don't shoot the tar. Because once the tar gets lit on fire, they're saying it remains for the entire duration of the fight. Simon is cursed. Almost time to go. Going for cannon. Going for cannon. Gonna pre-vanish here. What? My vanish didn't even work. There it is. I feel like this is not good. I have a lot of ads on me. I'm gonna burn a second ability. The vanish seemed to just not do anything. Like I didn't go into stealth or something immediately removed me. Lots of ads coming from South Ship. Like 6. Barely doing anything here. Hmm. 58, 57. Going to cannon. Okay. Where's the cannonballs? It's kind of hard to see them in here. Alright, I'm going to sprint this time. That's the cooldown I'm going to use. Cannon launched. So I will have Lip available for the last one. But that'll be the only thing I have available for it. That should be fine. Yeah, we're pretty far from the cannons. Going to cannons. Okay, he's immune. We're looking for the cannonball. There it is. Don't want to get dazed here, burning the lip early. Boom. Nice. How many is it? 1, 2, 3. 3 or 4 ads coming in from south. I thought about putting expose armor on and like being the guy doing expose armor, but because I'm off the boss so much, like I'm not able to maintain that debuff very well, so I don't think it's good. Even though I'm just being like, you know, basically sacking my character to do this mechanic, like I can't effectively maintain expose armor for the group. So I don't think it's good for me to do that. Because it's gonna, like, if I'm the one doing it, it's gonna go up and down a whole bunch. But here we go. We got it this time. Only 18 stacks of Tidal Fury or whatever it's called. Let's see a glove. Come on, show me the glove token. Alright, there's still a bunch of ads up. Obviously, I'm gonna check the loot immediately. Cool. Nope. No glove token for me. Unlucky. That's just unlucky. Alright, Simon's going back to DPS build now. Mutilate. That starter pistol is really good, though, for a rogue tank. This is a good drop. I don't know if any of our main, like, actual tanks in this group need it, but I'll definitely off-spec roll that. So we got starter pistol, double warrior hunter mage token, and Ashwalker's cloth boot. Casting speed by 3%. That's a lot. Careful, there's a lot of trash mobs up here, top of the hill. Don't go to the left. Okay, we aggroed stuff to the left. I try my best to, like... Alright, we just have to pull through with the sandal token off of Alexei the Beastmaster. Okay? I think we're making good time here. We, you know, we might be able to do some attempts on Council. I think we will definitely get to Council. I don't know if we'll kill Council, but we'll see. This other rogue here did triple reserve Queen's Fall, no other items. And it's like, respect. I was only gonna do one Queen's Fall, because like I wasn't sure if we would even get to Council, much less kill Council. But so if Queen's Fall drops, it's not ours. It goes to Blackout. He's the only guy who reserved it. And he put all his reserves on that. Oppose AK says, good afternoon, dudes. Hello, how's it going? We're doing good in Scarlet Enclave so far. Not too many wipes, 4 bosses down. I think we'll see Council today in this group. Oppose AK says, thanks for the guides for the secret quest. Cool, thank you, you're very welcome. They're debating whether they were gonna kill that or not. Seems they decided it's getting killed. Uh-oh, some whelps coming in. No, those are just whelps flying in the air. They didn't actually aggro. Okay. Alright, Alexei the Beast Lord. Never mind. More trash. Is there a way to turn off flight points for people who are bad at selecting the right flight point? Not that I'm aware of, Zug Zug. This is yet another part of the Scarlet Enclave raid where you just have to get good at selecting the correct flight point option. This is how Blizzard's just trying to keep the common sod enjoyer down. Flight path's too hard. Alright, we gotta figure out what the hell we're doing on Beastmaster. Alright, they're gonna intentionally despawn the boss. What this does is it causes it to start patrolling rather than staying idle right there. I assume they're doing this because they want to pre-position in this area to fight him, rather than have him walk into the raid group. Yeah, there we go. So they just had a hunter, I think, pull him and feign death, and then it just despawns him, and when he respawns, he'll immediately start walking. Use the ability on the Gravedigger gloves or not? Not really. Mutilate usually fills all of its global cooldowns with rogue abilities. You would only use the glove ability if you're like out of energy, don't have Thistle Tea, don't have any other button to press that's useful. is a like low prio. It often goes unused. Alright, so they're saying human boss there, bear boss there. It's a very far distance, so melees are going to lose a lot of time going back and forth. I'm listening. Bear here, human there. Yeah, melee getting cucked, transferring between the bosses constantly. Hang on. I think we're assigned over here. Boss incoming. Alright, we gotta clarify how many stacks they want us to gain as a melee damage dealer before we swap targets. House strat, yeah, I don't know. This one, I've seen a lot of different ways to do it, and I've seen a lot of groups struggle on this boss. Varix pulled? Wait, we're all in combat. I think we're all dead? Nope, no, we just reset. Never mind. We're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Oh, what's he doing over there? He's just not aware of where the rest of the group is. Alright, it's fine. Graph LOL says, quick question, which Corehound should I kill on Gar? There is 3 patrolling near him, too long to find in VOD. You kill both of them. There's 2 right next to Gar. You don't have to... Well, wait. If you're only going in there to kill Gar, yeah, you only have to kill the 2 nearest ones. Okay, this is what I don't understand. It seems to me that every group is very concerned about the bear's green dots ability called Wild Aperture. I don't get why every group is so concerned about this ability. Like, it goes and you move out of it. And then it's not a big deal. I don't get why, it seems to me like all the strategies I've heard revolve around, like, negating or cheesing this ability. But it's just like, can't you just walk out of it? Like, I've done that before. I've done, I think it's actually the only raid group I've been in that killed it, didn't cheese this ability, and just had people walk out of it. Alright, melee groups and tanks swapping every 1 stack. So, like, all the time. We're gonna lose a shitload of uptime, but it's how it is. We gotta do it to manage the mechanic. I guess my impression is too much effort is put into, like, cheesing the bear ability versus like, managing the debuff stacks or something. I don't know, whatever. Okay. People in that raid, boss immune to distract. Almost every mob in this instance is immune to distract. They're good. Instead of waiting out his entire patrol, they're just gonna aggro him and reset him again to get him back here.
Five.
Okay, we're in. Wait for the tank to get on him. Ooh, there's a wild aperture. That guy's dead. R.I.P. Fuzzy Shot. We wait just a little bit. Here we go. Why are there no other... Am I misunderstanding something? Was I not supposed to be over here? They said swap every one stack, and I'm the only person who swapped, it looked like. Move out of that. I'll have to clarify that after the fight. So you get a stack, and then you can wait a little bit. Alright, that's a wipe. We're done. So they had human here, bear there, and then they had their healers and range like here. And they were saying the bear people were out of range. If they position the healers and range like here, they should be in range of both of them. I want to clarify something. I got a stack on the human, and then I waited like 5 or 10 seconds, and then I moved to the bear. But it looked to me like I was the only person who swapped to the bear. Was that incorrect? My understanding was I was supposed to swap after one stack. So I was the only one who did it right.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, but I would expect to have a bunch, like 5 people with me. So I was confused because it looked like I was the only one that moved. So I thought I might have misunderstood the instruction. All right, they're clarifying that I was the only one who did it, what the raid leader said. Okay, we're good. We're good. So bear in the same position, human at the cauldron, so they're closer together. Roger that. Alright, so they're going to bring them closer together. I think that's a good change. They had them really far apart. I think unnecessarily far apart. Putting them closer, like, I love that. That's good, I would say. Alright. We'll see. They're figuring it out again, you know, explaining stuff. Let's see, we got Honey Badger, Giants, Health 2, Well-Fed, Fire Water. Good duration on the Dagger of Veiled Shadows, Elemental Sharpening Stone. We've run out of Greater Mark of the Dawn, so no more of those. Alright. How did Dragon Boss go? We had a impressive kill of it with only like 4 people left alive by the time it went down. I think we got it in 3 tries. Mason the Echo we got on the 2nd try. And this is about to be the 2nd try of Bear Boss. Mm-hmm. They're still yapping. Raid leader just goes pull timer.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Alright, here we go. We're gonna let the tanks get it positioned first, so we don't die to cleave like the one guy did on the first attempt. We're just waiting. Yep, okay, a bunch of people got hit by that. Let's open now. That guy pulling threat. Cool, okay. Hunters pulling threat. They do have Feign Death. Kindle. Gonna wait. Over to Bear. Got a stack of nature. Gonna wait like 5 seconds. Oh, I think I might have got hit by that aperture. I wasn't looking for it. Waiting to make sure my fire stack goes away before I get close to the Beast Lord. We're back in. We immediately have a stack of fire. So I have to go out. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Waiting. Now we're in. Stunned here. Nope, not stunned. Got a stack of nature. Got a bale. Oh, shit. Okay. Go in on Beast Lord. Oh, I hate these strategies that just cuck the melee. I hate it so much. think this works better when you have a lot more melee. Okay, I can wait just a little bit. Let's bail. Wild aperture. Okay. It is what it is, though. I mean, we got to get the boss down. Okay, moving out. Waiting for the fire stack to go away. Waiting for that entangle to go away. Immediately get a fire stack. Of course. Running out. Waiting for my nature stack to go away. Extremely exciting boss strategy. Immediately get a nature stack. Alright. Gotta bail. Yeah, I'm like, my only job here is to just soak these mechanics so other people can actually do damage. That's what it feels like. Oh, I got a fire stack. We got just a couple seconds, and then we gotta get out. Waiting for that nature stack to go away. Oh, insta nature stack. Let's go. This. Entangling shot. We don't want to be in that. Bro, this strat is so fucking annoying. Waiting for nature to go away. Step into the boss. I might have just stepped into a wild aperture. Nature stack acquired. Bailing. I think you just need more people soaking the stacks. Like, the amount of melee we have is like you don't want people that are stack soaking to end up in this situation where you have both of the things and you have to idle. Like, if a range damage dealer got into that situation where they have both of the stacks, they can still function, but a melee damage dealer cannot function. Double sandal drop? Prisoner shackles, bearskin mantle. Oh, we got good odds to see one of these sandals. This is our time. This is our time. This is where we become blessed for taking on the cuck roll and soaking all the mechanics, while the other people who reserved these items just got to pump and do zero mechanics. Prisoner shackles, bearskin mantle, double sandal. Okay, this is our time. We're 1 out of 3 rolls. So our odds are good. Our odds are good to get at least one of these. All right, we're going to council. They're not rolling the loot yet. I don't know, maybe they're just delayed. Maybe they're figuring it out. Whatever. I don't know. But we're on the way to council. Sandals, here it is. Ready, set, 92, 71, and... Oh my, no! Oh my god! I did all the mechanics and was completely cucked the entire fight. Wait, they're rolling it a second time? Wait. Oh, we lost that time too. Yeah, we lost that time too. I thought they would do both in one, but then they did it one at a time, and we were cucked both times. We did all the we did all the mechanics, soaked everything, did it. Oh my fuck. We're boned. We're not gonna have even 2-piece next week. This character still has 0 piece of loot out of this instance.
Careful. Light bless you.
Ah. Oh well. I thought we were gonna get good karma for dutifully soaking the mechanics and doing the lame thing and helping kill the boss despite my own damage meter performance, but that is not the way. The dice don't care about that. They do not care about that at all. Need to... It's okay. It's okay, you guys. We're wiping on trash. Oh, yeah, we're wiping on trash. Yep. Archmage, Rifleman, Praetorian. All right, we're running back. All right. Are you enjoying progress yet? Nope. Nope. This raid, admittedly, is going smoother than any of my other raids have gone. Like...
How are you?
to Cathedral. Oh, did they roll the starter pistol yet? I don't remember. This is Viscera the Gut Render. Consecrated Gauntlets. We can off-spec roll the starter pistol and probably not get it. It's okay. This is gonna be this character's third raid with 0 items. Brother Yay Dog is in here as damage dealer. There is no shot. This is a main spec roll for Yay Dog. Let's peep what weapon he has. It's possible he has like a nothing burger. No. This is just definitely not better than the thing he already has for his main spec. Maybe he didn't know the like difference between main spec and off spec rolls. Oh, light scale, oh, maybe we should have... Oh, we should have rolled on those. Missed them. Oh, well. Okay, here, this one, we're gonna refresh our flask, we're gonna refresh elemental sharpening stone, consecrated circlet roll. Okay, well, I didn't soft reserve it, but I'm rolling on it. Crimson. Blade Flurry, Venomous Totem, Blood Fury, Refresh Slice and Dice. Taking Venom. Another Crimson Tempest. Oh shit, we're all... Wait, the whole raid's dead. Oh yeah, I remember this from the first week. It's the saw blades come out. They don't really look like saw blades, but it's these yellow things that go around. You have to dodge them. Oh, they're coming through the melee. Gotta get out of those. We're out of combat. These things are just still up. Okay. Alright. Half the raid dead. Little crazy, this new raid reduced the time I play SOD by like 80%. Yeah, I imagine that's true for a lot of people. This raid's a complete, like, fuck of, you know, the difficulty is so high that it's just not fun for a lot of people. What's this? Not interactable. Consecrated Headpiece, Paladin, Shaman, Druid. Yeah, guilds like dying, guilds cannibalizing each other to try to get a, you know, most guilds are operating on like a 20 to 25 person roster every other phase, happily clearing the content, getting loot. This phase, like, you got to bring 30 to 35 to be reasonably successful. So the guilds just cannibalize each other to try to beef up their rosters. What do you use soft reserve? Boot token, glove token, and belt token. No belts dropped, no gloves dropped, 2 boots dropped. I was 1 out of 3 rolls, so only one person who reserved it was gonna not get one of those tokens. I low rolled and didn't get the token. Moving up a little bit. Is this the final room before the... Yeah, this is the council room, okay. We'll have to see what they want to do strategy-wise. What about Queen's Fall? I was gonna go 1 reserve on Queen's Fall, but this other rogue wanted to go all 3 of their reserves on Queen's Fall. So I thought, like, man, it'd be better if we just give ourselves better odds to get 2-piece, because I didn't even know if we would get to council, much less kill it. So especially facing a 1 out of 4 on Queen's Fall, if I did reserve it, I elected that that was just not the... What the hell? Not the play. What the hell just happened to my character? Excuse me? Gonna have to get them to summon me after this, I guess? I'm like stuck. It looks like I could move forward, but I'm trying to move forward and I cannot. Yeah, okay, well, as soon as they're out of combat, I'll ask them to summon. Back to exploiting again? Yep. Just my normal thing to do. I just walked up against the wall, and it's like... It looks like there's like a grass texture that has maybe one-way collision here. So I was able to move into it, and now I can't move out of it. Simon's gonna need to be summoned. I walked into the corner here and now I'm stuck. Okay, now more people are stuck. Now I said it and then like 3 other people walked in here. Oh my god, don't go in that corner. It's a trap. I miss Naxxramas. I remember going to Naxxramas and getting exciting loot that I was happy about. Man. Do you guys remember that? I do. Someday you'll get a Queen's Fall? Yeah. Probably after the game's population drops by like 50 or 60%. By then, yeah, maybe I'll have a Queen's Fall. I think this weekend we make a new video for the main YouTube channel, which I haven't done in like 6 months. Complaining about Scarlet Enclave difficulty. I think that's a good video. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Yeah, maybe in 6 weeks I'll have a 2-piece bonus. Alright, they're explaining this stuff. What will you do after Sod? Don't know. At this rate, I'm gonna have to find out soon. I can tell you the hype for watching Season of Discovery on YouTube, I feel like is already over. I put a Scarlet Enclave raid video up today. It is the worst viewed video out of my previous 10. It's literally viewed less than a Naxxramas video that I put up in the last 10 days. I gotta listen to their strategy here. Blizzard doesn't understand that people don't like hard content. Yeah, there's like a handful of very loud people who are like, wow, I'm really happy that we wiped for 6 hours and got 1 piece of loot. It makes the loot feel so good. I'm so excited to go back in and do it again. Wow, thank you, Blizzard, for making this incredibly difficult content. And like, those people are very loud. And I think Blizzard made the mistake. I think it's a mistake that Blizzard chose to listen to them this phase. I gotta listen to their strategy. I think I'm just sitting on Vishas and kicking. They're gonna pull it out, reset, and then run into the room. Is what they're saying. Oh, I shouldn't have buffed like that right when they were doing that. Alright, much better position to start the boss from. Alright. The point to doing stuff that you just steamroll in an hour? Yeah, I mean, it's fun, and it's a low effort, like, low seriousness activity. It's enjoyable to go to a raid, get an exciting new item, and not have to, like, try very hard. When the raid is very difficult, most importantly, when it's too difficult for the average player, you get a lot of bad effects in the community. People start gatekeeping, saying, you're not geared enough, your parses aren't good enough, or X or Y reason, you can't come to our raid because you're not going to carry your weight, and, like, we won't clear the content. Okay? When the content's very difficult, you get a big increase in gatekeeping behavior, because people want to clear the raid smoothly and cleanly, and, like, if the average player can't do it, the natural outcome is gatekeeping. And I think that's overall bad for the game. The other thing is, like, so, you know, Season of Discovery has just had, you know, a very casual, friendly, low effort, low seriousness raid environment for many phases in a row. People are used to that. You know, the people who are still playing obviously like that because they're still playing. I'm here, what? Wonderful, love that. All right. So it's a big like U-turn or unexpected curveball for Blizzard to then put in a really difficult raid that requires serious progression, serious attention, and like you know, high effort. It's extremely different from what all the guild communities and players that have continuously played are used to. Like, I mean, I understand that some players want a high effort experience, but that's very different than what has been given to Season of Discovery players every other phase. I hope the people that really like that high effort experience can understand that other people might not want that. Difficulties in this raid like the others? No, there's only one mode, and this mode is based on the amount of like posted kills on these bosses. It is inaccessible at the recommended number of players to like 98 or 99% of the player base. Almost everyone is bringing 50% more or 100% more than the recommended number of players to be able to clear this raid, and you do not get more loot when you bring more players. Alright, they're still yapping. Let me get this filet-o flank. Alright. So our job is to just stay on Vishas and alternate kicks the entire time. That's our job. They're still explaining a lot. I mean, there's a lot going on this fight, so it's this group's first time seeing it, engaging this boss. music's a little loud. There we go. Okay, here we go. First try, Reborn Council. I am second kick on Vishas.
5.
And we alternate
4,
1, 2, 1,
3,
2.
2, 1.
Simon kicked. Oh, what's killing me right now? It's just not casting. Simon kick. Vanishing. Whirlwind, we're almost all dead. Oh, I'm garroted. Okay, we're all dead. Was Doan blasting me? Was that it? Let me look at my damage taken. Herod, Divine Strike. Oh, I was getting hit by the airdropped hammers. Okay. I saw some of them and tried to avoid them. I must not have seen all of them. Make this a little bigger so you can see more of the damage players. Have they said when they'll release the raid buff like ICC? No, last I read about that, they said, oh, we've got this ready to go, but we don't want to release it too soon. I think the longer they wait to make this raid easier, they're just going to hemorrhage more and more players who aren't going to come back when it does get easier and approachable. That's what I think.
You need something? Have a good.
I don't understand what their obsession is with like making this content so difficult and inaccessible to so much of their player base. I don't get it. I mean, they wanted to last as long as possible, but I don't think making the content inaccessible is the way to do that. I think they're gonna lose players faster with a raid inaccessible to a majority of their player base than they would by making the raid easier and accessible. Like that they should have a different mechanic that draws out the interest in it. Than like, oh, you can't do it. Yeah, I would guess that that's their. I would guess there's a high likelihood that that's their reasoning also, Evade, that they think having this super hard raid will draw out. Would like draw out the attention span of the player base more. Alright, they're doing the reset again. Pull them out of the room. And we go in, we go up, and we're over here. Good. Whose corpse is that? Varix didn't run back. Everyone else run back. Okay, I see how it is. Maybe he had to like take a poop break. That'd be acceptable. All right. Do you think any of Scarlet Enclave will make its way into retail? What? I have no idea. I have like no idea really what happens in retail. I haven't played it or paid attention to it in any like serious way in a very long time. I heard there were Tauren rogues now. There we go. I'm sure it will draw the attention span of the player base more to other games, says Stranger Than Myth. Yeah, man. This is like just kind of really encouraging me to begin my variety streamer arc and like play other games despite how bad I know it is for my viewership to play a game that isn't World of Warcraft. Look, the last time I played retail, I wasn't streaming. It was, you know, Wrath of the Lich King in 2004 to like 2009 or whatever. I don't like this area because it's so hard to pitch your camera in a way that's like interesting and you can like see the boss and see what's happening. I find actually a couple of the rooms that you fight the bosses in are really annoying. Council room is really annoying to enter the room nicely. And like you have these weird camera angles because you have these really tall walls on the side. And Lillian Voss room is also really annoying because you have a really low ceiling on the edges and then a really high ceiling in the middle. All right, here we go. Next try.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Incoming. Simon kick. Whoa. Oh, that was a fireball thing from Doan. Simon kicked. Everyone's kicking this. It's not sticking to the like 1-2 rotation. That's fine. If we get the kicks off, it's okay. Simon kick. I haven't got a single one. I've burned my kick cooldown, but I don't think I interrupted a single spell this attempt. happening. Herod's over there. You can hit him a little bit while he's vanishing, but it's pretty inconsistent. Oh, I'm vanishing. I had very high threat on him. Out of position. Where is he right now? Over there. Frick. Yo, we can't be down there. We can't be down there. Yo, it looks like my advantage did not reset my threat here. Still have a lot of threat on this guy. Evasion up. Boss is on Simon. Need a tank to pick this up in 5 seconds. Well, I think we're dead. I guess we're the new tank. I think the other tank died. I think that was the issue. And I think there wasn't another tank to pick it up. My raid had me on Herod giving a cult poison to him so that casters got extra damage. Yeah, the raid I was in that successfully killed this split up the rogues on different targets for occult poison.
Good day to you.
We tried to do that, but our Herod rogue died almost every single time to the whirlwind with a cast time. That's crazy, bro. What I would do if I was the Herod rogue, which I was the Herod rogue in my other group, is when the boss started casting whirlwind, I would move out of melee range. Did he try doing that? Because, like, I did that, and I'm pretty sure I lived to the end of the council kill that I did. The Doan can teleport around, and that's, like, not really easy to control. But you can put Herod and Vishos in, like, pre-planned locations and then, like, only move them if Doan happens to show up in that location. So they can have, like, a default spot to be. Have you read all those books on the bookcase? Most of them I've read, like, at least 1/3 of the way through. And then for some of them, I gave up and read something else. So they all have little bookmarks in them, approximately how far I got through them. Some of them, I read the whole thing. My bookcase is the same situation. Yep. Happens sometimes. They're figuring out what they're gonna do. I think they're gonna try to spread out some interrupts on multiple targets. It also looked like some people were able to run into this room and get up on this staircase without aggroing the boss. Like, these must have a really small aggro radius. GFPP. There is a lot of fire. There's fire damage from Doan. We can do a GFPP. I don't have any other, like, super useful potion to drink here. Yeah, that's when they're next to each other. That's why you separate them. No, I think the damage reduction is really big. I think you do not want them next to each other at all. Like it. Why did the Scarlet Crusade bring these dudes back to life? Shouldn't they, like, be mega against that? Or did Balnazzar do it? Probably Balnazzar did it or something. Like, the Scarlet Crusade's just always been led by a Dreadlord or something. You know, they got this whole, like, self-righteous thing, but they're actually evil. Yeah, they were talking about cleave, and I was thinking, like, melee cleave range, and I was like, you do not want that. But, like, the spell cleave of, like, Starfall or Shadowbolt Volley, that seems good. As long as they're not getting their damage reduction buff for being close to each other. Alright, let's do new elemental sharpening stone. Okay, we're still on Vishos. We're still kick number 2. Got our Winterfall Firewater. We're waiting. I think they're getting ready. Doing the classic call out of, like, melee give tanks at least 3 seconds for threat, because that's apparently a thing that needs to be said. I mean, it is, because we had damage dealers die because they just, like, rip instantly. Like, that happened on Alexei the Beast Lord. Alright.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Simon kicked. Simon's got next. Go. Simon's got next. Oh, the hammers are going. Simon kick. Simon's got next. Simon kick. Simon's got next. Everyone's gonna have next. There's a vanish. Where he going? There he is. Shit. Simon kick.
I'm still
Simon's got next. Yo, fuck. Simon is not on target. Wait, how did it reset? What did we do to reset it? Okay, I guess I'll take it. We were definitely dying there. All right. I don't really know what happened there. What was my damage taken that time? Did I do better at avoiding the hammers? This is Divine Strike 14k, Volcanic Unrest 11.6. Yeah, I lived the entire time and took only 14k. That's pretty good. Divine Strike 4k, Volcanic 4k. Just comparing to the other people with the same role as me to see damage taken. Okay. Hammers, I believe, are holy damage. I would guess are holy damage. The hammers are the small yellow circles that appear on the ground. They're done by Herod periodically. So the yellow circle appears, you gotta move out of it because it's like dropping a hammer from the sky. Dugar killable without 4 DPS tier 3. I can't overheal Magmakin damage. Slow die on 20%. I don't think I used 4-piece DPS tier 3 on the kills that I did. I think I was using 4-piece tank tier 3 and 4-piece tank tier 2.5. I'm pretty sure. But yes, the hard part is after all the Magmakin die, because you get less carnage healing. Having greater fire protection potions and frozen runes are very helpful on Gar. What you have to do with those is you have to wait until you see a Magmakin spawn, and then press the fire protection or frozen rune. So it's active like the moment before the Magmakin explodes. Because these are magical buffs, and if you just put them up preemptively, Gar will dispel them, and then they'll be gone by the time the Magmakin explodes on you. So you have to have them both like keybound and ready to go. You see the Magmakin spawn, then you press one of those protection things to actually get some use out of it. I wonder if anyone in this group reserved the chalice that drops here. Whoopsies. Never mind, we're pulling. We'll investigate that later. Oh, too late for food buff. Whoopsies.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Diamond kick. Saw Molten Blast going from Doan. Tried to avoid it. Got that kick. Don't know which way this boss is facing right now. Vanish. Oh, the Vishas tank is dead. Mayhem is tanking it now. Diamond kick. Okay, vanishes out. Whoa, that was a quick vanish. What the hell was that? Diamond kick. Hammer's going out. Hasn't cast anything for a while. Couple dead, but like we're still alive raid-wide. Getting deeper into this fight. Hammers. Yeah. Oh shit! Not mean to do that. Can I step him? Yeah, there we go. Nice. Oh, there's another tank death. Okay, we're effed. It's over. Yeah, Graphlol. I'm focused on, trying to do Scarlet Enclave right now. I don't remember exactly what I killed Gar with. You seem to have checked the VOD already and figured it out. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you are struggling with it. But I can't diagnose that right now. I think we're doing our role effectively for council, so I think we're doing good. I don't think we have to make like big changes to what we're doing right now.
Hello. See you.
Yeah, I believe there's 2 different Gar solos on YouTube. The first time I got it and the time I got it and got the Thunder Fury binding is also on YouTube. And I probably killed him at least one, maybe 2 other times solo. Alright, Fortitude. Honey Badger. Giants. All right, 1, 2, 3 consumables active. We can do a fire protection potion. Once we get into the room, I'll hit the food buff. I got kind of distracted and didn't get the food buff up for that last attempt, so let's be sure to get it for this attempt. I can pop another Elixir of Coalesced Regret for +1 to all stats. They're saying last attempt for the raid is right here. This guy says he's got 2 more attempts worth of time, but raid leader is saying this is it. Don't get worked. Hello. What's up? Says, hey, dude. They're talking about canceling their, like, second raid, which is for alts, to do 2 main raids so they can do more, like, progression in for, like, future weeks. Alright, boss despawned. We run in. Alright, let's get our food buff right away so we don't forget this time. My neighbor Yataro says, nice hat, bro. Thank you. Initially planned for 2 raids, cut it down to 2 flex raids instead with 1 instance for content. Do you mean content? What's in that hat? It has an interior pocket that you can put like cash or like credit card or ID or something in it. You know, very small interior pocket inside the hat. Alright, Vishas target. Hot Cheetos in the hat. That would not go well. That would get moldy and gross, and it wouldn't take very long for that to happen. Donor Metallium with a change hat request. There we go. See, this one sits on my head for too long. I get like a little red mark there. Let's fucking go. Locked in, good buff, good hat for the last attempt on Vishas. We gotta pray for Blackout's Queen's Fall here.
5.
I've done the multiple Queen's Fall reserve into not killing Council before, and it's a feels bad, man. Simon kicked. Simon's got next. We have a lot of kicks going out. It's not really like a 1-2 rotation. We're getting all of the kicks, so it's not like important to really worry about mixing it up. But the comms about the kick are like not that important when we have so many people kicking and we're consistently getting it. kick. Simon kick. Oh shit. They dead. Wait, we still have an actual tank on it. Mayhem is a tank. Oh, those are fucking hammers. Shit. Okay. Already burned my evasion. We're super dead. Okay, the whole raid is dead. Had my interrupt numbers. No one will know that that interrupt didn't really count because it was way after the raid had definitely wiped. My most expensive hat that I bought is my kangaroo leather hat from Australia. Like Outback style, Crocodile Dundee. But I think my Russian fur hat might be more valuable, but it was gifted to me, so I don't actually know how much it's worth. Good raid, thanks for having me.